fondo sería súper chévere. Pero bueno, no, quiero también preguntar otra cosita.
Perdón, entonces 11 sería el mínimo.
Sí, 11 personas es lo mínimo.
Listo.
Pues para mantener en virtualidad y para mantener en presencialidad, pues ojalá podamos darle continuidad, pues que como decían ahorita, si son 20 personas y son 11 que quieren irse para la presencialidad, o sea, mi presencialidad, pues que esos otros no los vamos a dejar por fuera, ¿cierto? Porque es que ha pasado mucho que cuando unimos grupos hay gente que se queda por fuera queriendo estar, pero no les da por el horario, porque como modificamos los horarios. Bueno, y otra pregunta que tenía es como que hay muchas personas que cuando ingresan nuevos, ahorita que estamos en materia.
Elsa, ahora sí, ¿cómo estás? ¿Me escuchas?
Hola, ¿cómo te va?
Muy bien, es que estaba... Good afternoon, everybody. And now we are recording, so thank you very much first to be here. And today we have the pleasure of having Professor Elsa Adriana Restrepo. Hello, Professor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And we are very happy to have you here. Plurilingualism is very happy to have you here again.
My pleasure. Thank you.
In the chat, I'm writing to you. Today we are on March the 15th, 2021. And it says like this: dear attendees from the Multilingua program, we appreciate the presence this afternoon of Professor Elsa Restrepo. We are pretty sure that you will learn lots of things from here. And at the end of the event, please access the following link and express your comments, suggestions, or opinions for us to continue holding events as today's. This is the link. Please, in the middle or by the end of the event, access this link and evaluate the great job of Professor Restrepo today. I will also ask you, because she will be very busy with sharing a screen and talking to you and whatever, if any one of you can just copy the link, and while the event is being held, you could be copying this so other people could go and appreciate your job, right? I will be here with you in a minute. I mean, accompanying you for some time. And then Professor will tell me when you want to see the video, so on. Thank you.
Just okay. Let me
okay.
Let me share the screen. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
okay.
Professor.
Yeah, sorry for a while. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen again. And okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad to have so many attendees, and I hope you enjoy this session. And you know, the title is I have never told a lie. So what a big lie, isn't it? Now, Professor Javier is going to project the video, and after the video, we will start our conversation. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's see.
And where was Sir Jiminy?
Oh, Jiminy?
Hey, leave me out of this.
They put him in a little sack.
No.
Yeah.
Elsa, we don't listen to you.
Sorry. Okay, thank you so much, Javier. So I guess that you have seen this character before, have you?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about Pinocchio? Let's see, Johnny. You said yes, so you have seen Pinocchio before. You have seen this character. Or Ervin, what do you think about this character?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I saw Pinocchio a couple of times.
Yeah. Did you like it?
What I think about him, I think he is just a kid, and
Yeah.
when we are kids, we used to say lies so frequently.
That's right.
So
Yes.
it's understandable the behavior that he have on his short life.
That's right. Yeah. So you say that when we were children, yes, we were very. So we used to lie a lot. But what about now that we are adults? Do we lie?
Yeah.
Can any of you say or state at the title of this presentation, I have never told a lie? Can any of you state that? Let's see. Someone please. Erwin, you were going to say something, right?
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. Yes, some minutes. I just want to say that this character I I remember when I was a child.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good. So what about the video? So there are some subtitles, but there were some mistakes. Do you notice some mistakes in the subtitles? Do you?
Teacher, we can saw the video again, please.
Let me see. Javier, are you still there? Javier, are you still there?
Or teacher, if you can share with us the link.
Yeah, I will share the link because okay, I will share the link.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, in the chat. Sorry. Okay, in the chat, I will share the link, and it is just 1 minute 40 seconds about. If you want to see it again, do it because we have a talk about it. Yes. Would you like to see it again?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, go ahead. 1 minute 40 seconds. Ready?
Twenty
Okay, guys.
seconds, teacher.
Excuse me?
20 seconds.
Okay.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
You were asking us about mistakes, but what kind of mistakes?
So that is not the most important. So in general, I want you to tell me if you understood the content of the video, the dialogue, but if you notice any mistake as well, let's share about it. Yes?
Okay, thank you.
I noticed
Yes.
something.
Yes, tell me.
When he said they put me in a sack, like
Yeah.
in the subtitle says sad.
That's right.
S-A-D.
That's right.
And I think he said like green eyes, but in the subtitles only says eye.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Instead of saying sack, it is sad. And what else? Sorry, Andrea.
And Pinocchio says green eyes, like plural. And in the subtitles only they put eye, singular.
Okay. Okay. But in general, it was understandable. Was it?
Yes, I think it was pretty simple.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So, but I'm going to share the screen again, and I wanted to reflect about this. Could you state, I have never told a lie? I have never told a lie. Could you state that?
No.
No. If you have, if you could, sorry, that would be your biggest lie, isn't it?
For sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Then let's try to remember how old you were when you said your first lie. Can you remember?
It's a difficult question, teacher.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Because we even forgot it that we lie.
Because what? Sorry?
We even forget that we lie.
Ah, that's right. That's right. But try to remember, probably when you were a child, any lie that you told, probably to your mother, your father, a friend.
Teacher, maybe stole some coins.
Yeah, probably you stole some coins. And
yes, a bonbon or something like that.
that's right. Yes. Did your father or mother notice that you lied?
Eventually, it was my grandma.
Yeah.
The coins was for her, so I asking apologize later.
Oh, okay, you apologized. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? You were going to say something?
Yes, I remember. Yes, when I was in the second grade at the school.
Yeah.
I remember that the teacher sent a note to my mother on my notebook.
Yeah.
So I take the part of the note and I crush the paper and so I never said my mom that the teacher sent the note. But
okay, you never told your mother about
yes,
that
I never
note.
told my mother.
Yeah. So, but did she finally find it out or not?
No, I'm not.
No. So it's a secret for all of your life. It has been a secret. Huh? Miguel also did that. Okay. And so it's very common. That's right. And why do you lie? Why do you think some of you have said that it was the case for you as well? Why do you think you lied?
Afraid.
Afraid. You were afraid. Why?
Yes.
Afraid of what?
Of
punishment.
Punishment.
Yes.
Punishment. That's right. Punishment. Yeah. So in order to avoid a bad consequence or any consequence, we lie. Sometimes that is the reason. Yes. Okay. What about the others? The other participants. Do you remember any lie when you were a child?
Yeah,
Yes.
Usually even today,
Yeah.
I frequently say little lies only to avoid the drama that can generate some situation like did you go out from your home right now? And I told them, no, I'm going in the way. I'm on the road and I don't even wake up in that moment. So that's some of the lies that I
That's
used
right.
to say even today.
David said those are mercy lies. They are also called white lies. That's right.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher,
good.
white. Okay.
White. Ervin, do you remember any lie that you told when you were a child?
No, I think so. Maybe when I was a child and I want to go out with my friends.
Yeah.
And I said some lies. For example, that I have to do a task, for example.
Yeah.
And I go out to play with friends.
You avoid your duties. You prefer to play. Yeah.
Yes.
And then what was the consequence? Yes. What was the consequence?
Oh my God.
Professor, me.
What do you say, Carlos?
Professor, me.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah,
tell me. When I was 7,
yeah,
I changed my school, and at my first class day, the teacher asked for everybody about the sharpener, and I said, "It's me. It's mine. It's mine.
It's mine. Yeah.
It's mine."
And
It was my first. Yeah, it was my first class day. We recently entered to the class.
Huh? Can you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't get it. So it was your sharpener. It was your sharpener, or it was not?
It was not.
Okay, yeah. That was the lie.
At the beginning, the class.
Yeah.
She asked for everybody. And it was my first class.
So
my liar, it was discovered.
Discovered, of course, because circumstances sold you, right? Okay, good. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, tell me.
Yes, I remember that when I was a kid, one day I told my mom that I would go to visit a friend. But in reality, I went to these video games places where you go and pay, and you pay for hours to play in a video game.
Yeah.
So I told my mom that this lie, and I spent there like maybe 4 hours there playing video games.
Oh my goodness.
And my mom was thinking that I was at my friend's house.
And does she still believe that?
Yes.
Oh, that is a lie forever. So if you were Pinocchio, how long would be your nose?
I don't know, maybe 100 meters.
I guess so, because it has remained for many years. It's a very old lie, right? Okay, someone sharing the chat. My daughter is 4 years old, and today I understand her. Okay, of course. He says a little lies, like, okay, now you can forgive her, right? Isabel, you can forgive her. Would you forgive her because you remember yourself when you were a child telling lies? I guess You would. Okay, guys. So as you notice, Pinocchio's nose grows and grows and grows for each lie he tells. And so that means that lying could be noticeable. You got it? Sometimes when a person lies, we can notice that that person is lying, but sometimes it's not so possible, right? How can you detect that someone is lying to you?
Because they don't make eye contact.
That's one of the signs. Okay, there is no eye contact. Very
Teacher,
good, Diana.
sometimes because I know the truth. So
yeah,
if
in
you're going
advance
to
we
say
know
a
the
lie,
truth.
okay, yes.
Yeah.
Or because the color of the skin
yeah.
they turn red or white.
Or pale.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Or maybe she or he notice anxious.
Sorry, John Jairo. You say, or maybe he or she notices what?
Anxious.
Yeah, because of the person is anxious,
Yeah.
certain anxiety. And the guy, sorry, you were going to say something, the girl. Before John Jairo, there was a girl who was going to say something. Who was? Who was it?
Sometimes they hesitate and say something.
Okay, we hesitate. Yes, we are not so fluent. We hesitate. Okay, like stutterer. Stutterer means tartamudear. There is certain level of stuttering. And Tito, I'm ready, teacher. Okay. Tell me. Who is Tito?
Hi, teacher. No,
Yeah,
I connect with you. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, good. So we are asking, how can you detect or notice that someone is telling a lie?
Teacher, good afternoon. How can I get it?
Hello, Conrado. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And yourself?
Say that again, please.
I'm trying to get in, but I don't know. There is something that's how you can detect that someone is lying to you. Elsa Adriana Restrepo Sepulveda. I don't know. It's blocking my screen.
Why? It's me, but I'm not blocking your screen.
I can't see anything.
You can see. You can see. No, I don't know why.
The professor showed that.
I don't know.
You can keep going. I mean, I'm just listening. It's okay.
But I don't. What a
I
pity.
can watch. I can watch.
Probably
it's okay, teacher. It's because you're
Conrado,
sharing
everybody.
your screen.
Estefania, what do you say? Sorry?
That
Because
it's
what?
okay. It's because you're sharing your screen, so maybe he is from his cell phone and he just can't see the presentation.
Oh, I'm in my computer. Probably because I don't know. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Okay, sorry.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So somebody else, what do you think? How can you detect that someone is lying to you? Yes, tell me, Conrado.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What you said?
Yeah. How can you notice that someone is lying to you?
How can I? Because of his or her eyes.
Yeah. What happens to their eyes?
If their eyes is not clear, not light enough, to me, they are lying.
Okay. Okay. And what about when we are lying? So do you notice that we change our behavior when we are lying?
Yes.
What do you do, or what happens to you when you are lying?
We can keep the C.
Eye contact. You mean that?
Exactly.
Okay, good.
We also get anxious.
Now
we
I'm
get
okay.
anxious. Okay, we get anxious. That's
and
right.
we start talking and talking and talking and telling more lies to make, creíble. How do you say that?
Believable, credible,
Yeah,
credible.
the lie you told that at first.
Okay. Okay. See, there is like a survey, a questionnaire. There was a survey. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
Okay. So
Yes.
you see that I'm going to, let me widen it. Okay. So it is that I seems to be, sorry. No, it's becoming smaller. Sorry. Can you see it well or not?
Yeah.
No, let me see again. Let me organize it again. Okay. Why lie? We all lie, but not all lies are the same. People lie and tell the truth to achieve a goal. We lie if honesty won't work, says researcher Tim Devine. Someone wrote, a good way to detect a liar is to keep in mind some detail he said and ask him or her about that detail sometime later. You're right. Probably he or she won't remember it. That's right. That's good. Yes. Coming back to this, this is like a survey, and it seems that the main reason people lie is for personal transgression, that is covered up a mistake or misdeed. If this is true, why do you think we want to cover such a mistake or such a misdeed?
Because it's easier to, lie rather than accept that you have made a mistake and all the consequences that it holds.
Okay, yeah. If you recognize, if you accept that you made a mistake, you have to bear with the consequences. And no, everybody wants to do that. Yes, that's right. And there is another major reason. One of the main reasons to lie is for economic advantage, to gain financial benefits. So that is one of bad things that is going on in our country or many other countries, because that is like what many people do, right? What do you think about it?
Teacher.
So
Yeah,
common
Erwin?
here in Colombia.
In Colombia, what do you say?
And this situation is so common here in this country.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
right. Yeah.
Principal in the culture Antioqueña. We are
Antiochian culture. Antiochian culture. That's right, John Jairo. Why? Why do you think that? Is that a stereotype or is it true? It can be true. Culture. What? That John Jairo said that it is typical of our Antiochian culture. Do you think so?
I don't think so. I used to live in the United States for almost 20 years, and everybody over there, they lie.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's not a matter of countries. It's a matter of human beings. It's our human character. It's our human weakness. I would say that, cobardía, weakness, right? So because as Alejandra said before, we don't face our mistakes because we don't want to bear with consequences. Do you get what I say?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and there is another reason, because, for example, personal advantage bring benefits beyond money. So it's not necessarily because of money. We can get certain benefits beyond money, right? For example, you want to go on a date with a girl and you just boast. You know the meaning of boast?
No.
Boast means like chicanear. Vanagloria. Yeah. So you boast about something just because you want to someone else get a good impression about you, right? So it's not only because of money. Can you mention other personal advantages you could lie for? Any reasons, personal advantages that you
Teacher,
consider reasons for lying?
maybe forget a job, a new
For
job.
getting a job,
Yes.
That's right, yes. So any benefit we want to obtain to gain any benefit, and probably we lie because of that. And there is another reason, that is self-impression. Shape a positive image of ourselves, yes. So recognition. We are so focused on how other people see us, what image I have or I project to others. So we are so worried about it that we don't mind that we are denying ourselves, yes? And other people just take it as a joke. Yes, they like just for humor or humor motives. Make people laugh, right? Can you say, would you say that someone can lie because for the sake of another person?
For the what, teacher? You can repeat again?
For the sake of another person, for the sake. When you say for the sake of, for my own sake, means
okay.
for mi propio bien. So for another person's sake.
I get it.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Yes, for example, Annie.
Yeah, for example, sometimes people think that it's so hard to say the truth, so they prefer to say something better, like when you are ending a relationship and you say it's not a problem about you, it's about me, and I'm having a bad times. I think that's very selfish, and it's not good to. You should be honest, but that's a moment when people sometimes used to say lies.
That's right. That's right. You're right, Annie. Okay, for my own sake, it's classic. Yes. So sometimes we want to be polite to keep good social relationships, and it seems that lying is a tool for keeping good social relationships. So it's absurd that we have not to be, that we can be. Carlos say it's classic.
Teacher, I want to
Yes.
say something.
Question.
Tell me.
I have a question about what you said earlier about like lying for your own sake, but sometimes you also lie because you want to protect other person, but also is the same not telling the truth as or no, like keeping the truth to yourself as lying. Is it the same?
I was going to ask that. Probably you are not saying a lie, but you are hiding the truth. Is what you mean?
I don't know if it's like
or I would say it's a manner of lying. It's a way of lying. What do you think? What about the rest? What do you think?
I got something to share.
Yeah.
I was living in Norway for 1 year, and
Yeah.
when I was there, I realized that Norwegian people, they were so honest, so maybe they will deny for getting the benefits, but they were also so polite, as you were saying before. So they weren't too honest in that way because they were kind of fake people. So even if they don't like someone, they were going to be always very nice, like hi, how are you? How are you doing? But inside they were thinking like, oh no, I really don't like this person. He's so, I don't know, crazy or something. So I think that's also lying, because for me it was like they were acting very fake.
That's
most
right.
of the
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. There are many kinds of lies. So those that are called white lie, others that are called mean lies, especially when you want to get certain benefit, and you don't mind about the consequences that you are affecting other people. Yes, in that case, they can be called dishonest people, and that is another thing. Let me see what you have wrote. When people say that you're a good looking person, but you know they're not being honest because they don't want to hurt you. That's right. Yes. How straightforward means like straightforward, like direct people. How you want your friends to be straightforward? Is it okay for you to have friends who are very straightforward, that say the truth? It doesn't matter what kind of truth that is. Do you prefer that?
It can hurt sometimes, but it's okay.
It's okay. For you, Edison, it's better.
I don't. I think it's good to say the truth, but it's not like you have to be saying all the things you think all the time, because it can be really hard.
It could be rude.
Yeah, it could be rude. So you need to be careful about it.
I think that is good, but we should have a little of empathy.
A little what, Edison?
Empathy.
Empathy. Ah, that's right. You're right. Yes. So
I think that the truth always can sweeten.
Sweetie.
Or sweet.
Sweet. What? How do you? So you say that the truth for you is sweet, or what do you mean, Carlos?
Yeah. The truth for me is sweet.
Okay. It doesn't matter if it is as cold as a stone and as hard as a stone.
Sometimes, but
Sometimes,
it's better.
yeah, sometimes the truth is hard, cold as a stone, but precious and clear as a stone is, right? Yeah.
But there are things you can say, like if you go somewhere and you see a baby, you can't say the baby is ugly. I've never seen a case when you see a baby, oh, how cute, always, and it could be like a mouse. but
because
we
that
all
is
say babies are cute.
Yeah, you're right, but because that is a matter of subjectivity. I mean, what is beauty and what is ugliness? Yes, and then it's a matter of subjectivity, and of course, for his or her mother, the baby is cute. Yes. Okay, let's see what you wrote. Okay. I don't know certain symbols you wrote, what they mean. Okay, let's continue. Malicious. Malicious is malicious when someone wants to hurt other people. That is mean. Yes, you know the meaning of mean? Mean? Mean.
Yes.
Yes.
Mean. Yeah, bad. Yes. Bad. Yes. When you want to, or someone wants to hurt other people, and for that reason they tell certain lies, that is mean. Yes. Or there is what is called pathological, because they ignore or disregard reality. Have you met someone who has that pathological situation, who has lived that, or who lies because cannot avoid it?
Yes, teacher. I have a cousin that present that comportment.
Behavior.
Behavior. Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
And so he is a liar and stolen man. I don't know.
He steals. Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
It's so complicated because when he.
That's right. Mythomaniac. Mythomaniac.
Yes, because when he is in the house, we need to stay very to stay to care the things in the house, because in whatever moment he could to get something.
Something, insert any moment he could get something, he could steal something. Yes.
Yes.
And he cannot avoid it. Is he under treatment, psychological treatment, or not?
Psychological, yes.
Psychological, yeah. Okay, that's serious. Yes.
Oh, you see.
Yeah. Kleptomaniac. Yeah, kleptomaniac. That is someone who steals just because. That's right. Yes. Unknown. There is 7% of people, based on this survey, who answered they don't know why they lie. Motives are unclear, even to ourselves. Sometimes we lie, and the worst is that we lie to ourselves. I think that is what we do more commonly. Have you noticed or have you realized that you have lied to yourself so frequently or not? Ah, yeah, soap operas that is the comedy of soap operas. So what do you think about lying to ourselves?
Can you repeat?
Teacher? Yeah, one thing is to lie to others, but another thing is to lie to ourselves. When do we lie to ourselves? Or why do we lie to ourselves? That's
Usually
right.
when we have a bad habit.
That's right. And so?
And so we lie to ourselves when we said, well, I drink a little bit just from time to time or something like that, or I smoke from time to time, which is not real, because
You're
sometimes
right.
you eat more, you smoke more than usual or drink more than usual.
And you can also do it hidden, I mean. So if you say, no, I'm not smoking so much, and you end smoking, so I mean, you do it being hidden. You know what I mean? So you hide in order to avoid people see that you are smoking, and you continue saying, oh, I'm not smoking so much, but you do it. Yes, you get close into the bathroom to smoke, or in some private places.
You play hide and check for smoking.
That's right.
Teacher, is like, I don't know if my pronunciation is right.
It's okay.
About procrastination.
Procrastination. That's right. Procrastination. Yes.
I do.
That's right.
I will be do this tomorrow. And we pass
and you
all
postpone,
day.
you postpone,
Yes.
and you postpone, and you continue saying to yourself and others, I will do it. I will do it. Surely I will do it tomorrow. And you procrastinate. That's right. Procrastination. Yes. Good. That's a good way. Okay. Avoidance, escape or evade other people. Yeah. Sometimes as for social relationships, yes, you say, oh, no, I cannot go to the meeting because I am busy. Yeah, because you want to avoid some people, yes. Or as someone said before, you want to avoid the drama. Yes, that's true. Okay, let me go to another point. And someone says something, let me see. Yes, tell me.
Something about the chart.
Excuse me? Edison,
can
sorry.
I say something about the chart?
Yeah.
The graphic?
Say it, please. Tell me.
In the chart, the political ratio is about 2%, but I believe that all the reasons are related with the politicians.
Do you mean polite?
Yeah.
This one?
Okay.
Social or polite?
Yeah, I mean the politicians used to do every part of the chart.
Okay, let me tell you something, Edison. Let me tell you something. If this survey would have been implemented to politicians or with politicians, if politicians would have been asked to answer this survey, they have said, I have never told a lie. So they are the biggest liars, is what you mean. However, in this case, this survey didn't integrate politicians, because one thing is to say politician, polite means another thing. Polite is when you are like gentle. Polite in Spanish is like being cordial. Amable. Yes. So, and that is one of the reasons we lie, because we want to be polite. We don't want to hurt another person. Yes, but you're right. Politicians, so that is another thing. They are, I would say, one of the biggest liars.
Definitivamente no debemos.
Teacher, for example, when a girl asks you how I look,
Excuse me,
How I
excuse
look.
me. Excuse me. Okay, can you repeat, please?
For example, teacher, when a person asks you,
Yes.
how I see with these clothes.
So you ask, how do I look? How do I look?
How do I look with these clothes?
Yeah.
And you said, you are beautiful or you
Yeah,
are handsome.
pretty. Oh, great looking. Yes.
Because you want be polite.
Yeah, you want to be polite. That's right. That is one of the main reasons. Okay, good. So let's continue with another part of so so those are the reasons we commented, we shared, but if you think for a while, do your reasons fit to the ones previously referred? Can you add other motives for lying? Just think about some instances you have lied. Do they fit to these reasons, or probably you can find another reason for lying, another
I have some
motive?
questions about the chart before.
Chart, tell me.
Sometimes when mainly politicians, even the government, they use certain kind of words instead of the truth. For example, they said there are no there is a name in Spanish, but I don't know
what is the word in Spanish.
Let me try to realize.
But you make me think about it.
In Spanish, yes? We said euphemismos, but I don't know.
Okay, euphemisms.
Okay, so
euphemisms.
We use euphemisms.
Euphemisms.
We're lying.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Or let me tell you something. Politicians use a lot of passive voice. You know the difference between passive voice and active voice?
Yes.
When we use active voice, there is a subject, an explicit subject. So when you say, he stole the watch, it's clear who stole the watch. But if you say the watch was stolen, so you are not accusing anybody, you are not pointing at anybody. And politicians use passive voice a lot because they want to be hidden agents. So the responsibility is on others, or on other circumstances, or on other factors, but not.
It's not clear who's the guilty.
That's right, the guilty, yes.
But the question is, the euphemisms in which part of the chart falls down?
It's not there. Probably like social or polite. So we use those euphemisms. I don't know how to pronounce it. Euphemisms.
Euphemisms. I think so.
Euphemisms. Can you repeat it, please?
Euphemisms.
Okay, thank you. So I think that we do it for being polite sometimes, but as you mentioned, for example, how do I look? So okay, I think that it's okay, or it goes with your personality, but you didn't say, oh, you look wonderful.
But the using of euphemism is when you use another word instead of the truth. For example, there is no massive killings, and they said those are, I don't remember the name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand your point. Yes, you're right.
Murders.
Yeah, yes. For example, there was yeah, you're right. That is intentionally, yes.
Yes, yeah, but that is trying to use the word in a smooth way, using another word.
To hide the reality.
Exactly.
Or to hide the guiltiness. That's right. They're responsible of something. You're right. Okay, thank you. Now, let me ask you. Here you see some synonyms related to words as fib, for example, is very informal. So say a fib, but this has certain connotation when it's like a white lie. Yes. Don't tell fibs, or don't. He was fibbing his mother about something. Yes. So some are soft, others are hard. What makes a difference between being honest or dishonest, right? So as Pinocchio, for example, as a child, we said a lot of white lies because we were afraid of being punished, or because we want to have some fun and we knew that our mother or father or another person would not permit us to have fun, but instead of that, do the homework, something like that. So we lied because of kind of soft reasons, but there are hard reasons that make people mean, malicious, and they are like fraud, or they are like fakes, right? So we have to be very careful about those people, because one thing is to accept a white lie because we understand that someone is being polite. It doesn't matter. We understand that. But when someone tries to take advantage of us and maliciously says or tells a lie in order to get something from us, we have to be careful, right? Okay, any question about this vocabulary?
Face lie. What is teacher?
Which one? Which one? What word, sorry? Mislead means...
Barefaced lie, teacher, barefaced.
Okay, barefaced lie. Yeah. But before, let me answer someone who wrote in the chat. Yeah, mislead, like I would say that in Spanish. Es como tergiversar algo. Yes, mislead. Conducir erradamente hacia algo. And barefaced lie is when you say the truth directly. You are shameless. You say whatever as it comes, without any politeness. So it's all the contrary, yes? Okay. Is it clear? Barefaced lie. A barefaced lie is when you say the truth as it is. You can be rude. You can hurt people. Or you just consider that the truth is the truth and you have not to mislead or to try to soften that reality. Okay. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny that the word porky is related to falsity. Yes, that's right. But it is a British colloquialism. Yes, it's a British colloquialism, and it comes from, let me tell you because I wrote a comment related to that here. It is yeah. It's British slang. It is like a abbreviation of pork pie, from rhyming slang pork pie lie. So it became into a word, porky. I don't know how used it is. It is a slang anyways, yes. And I think that a very reduced population use it. I'm not sure that it is sufficiently used for a lot of people. But it means that rhyming slang pork pie lie. Got it? Yeah. Yeah. That's good that you have learned something new today. Okay. So related to this, about this vocabulary. Sorry, I am a little lost. Okay, here. Any other? Whopper. it's a great lie. It's something when someone exaggerates. Yes, that is. Oh,
Can I use the word to blasphemia?
I think that is. I think, but it has a religious connotation, no?
I remember for the Águila Descalza.
Yeah. And what was the context they used that word?
In País Paisa,
yeah.
He said, is the bigger blasphemia that I can hear from the start to blasphemar.
So it's like a great lie, like a what a big lie, what a whopper, for example. Yes, don't tell whoppers. Yes, or I would say falsity. But falsity sounds kind of formal, right? And this is as nouns, but as a verb, you say fib, tell a lie, tell a fib. Be untruthful, stretch the truth, bear false witness, not tell the truth, not speak the truth, say something untrue, fabricate. For example, this is like very formal. Prevaricate. Have you heard this? Prevaricate.
Yes, that's like a very common law term. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
a
crime sometimes when it is the public administration.
Yeah, in administration, in law, that is used. You're right. And there is a colloquialism also used in the United Kingdom. Tell me.
Excuse me,
yes?
teacher.
Tell
no,
me.
It's clear for me the prevaricate. What is the context for don't you use the prevaricate?
Annie, can you please explain it? Annie, were you who said about that term used in law or in administration? So it's similar to fabricate when you invent a lie in order to get certain benefits, financial benefits, or make decision making, for example. It's very common in our country.
Is the legal?
Legal, yes. That's right. So you try to
when you use the position to take advantage of some situation.
Right. That's right.
Mainly in administration or government situations, you use the position to take advantage. That's prevaricate.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, remember that there is a link for you to evaluate this chat, this conversation club, as Javier, the coordinator of this program, suggested to do it. I thank you if you do it. Okay, yeah, it is usually on public servers used by them. And there is another colloquialism like be economical with the truth. That is when you try to be polite, when you are not bare-facing, so when it's not a bare-faced lie. I mean, when you are economical with the truth, you're trying to partially say what is going on, but not totally because you are afraid of the consequences. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you a question. So initially, I asked you about those pathological liars or compulsive liars who are mythomaniac. They lie because it is their first instinct. They lie about almost anything as an automatic response. Yes, you said, and you mentioned some cases. That is something that has to be treated by psychologists or psychiatrists. And as we have said, there are some white lies. So I wonder if there are some white lies, are there black lies as well? Could you say that are there black lies?
white lies is like lies that are not so heartless.
That are
Hurtful.
harmful. Because there are some harmless lies, could be, I don't know, but you mean that probably there are harmful lies. Yes, harmful lies, probably yes. But it's something that I just asked because I have not seen anywhere that term, black lies. But it called my attention because I think that there are certain stereotypes or there is something beyond words, as Conrado was suggesting before. There is something beyond words. And you know that it has been given to white everything that is good and to black everything that is bad.
That is
That
so
is,
racist.
yes, tell me.
That is so racist.
That is what? Sorry?
So racist.
I don't get it, sorry.
Racist.
Racist.
Ah, yeah. Yes, you're right. But it is how we use language for manipulative motives or purposes, right? So there is something, that's right. There is something that is beyond words and has a certain ideological power. Yes, so we have to be careful about how we use words. Any comment? Any comments? No comments about it? Okay,
if you say I'm telling a black lie, it'll be received like something racist, or the connotation is just behind it. But
yeah, that's right. Yes,
I think that's for the purpose of putting grace to the lie, and I think there are no grace or lie. Lie is a lie, no matter what kind of lies.
So you mean that?
I agree.
You agreed. Great. Okay, good. It doesn't matter
I mean,
what.
there is no grace of lie. There is not lies who hurt more than others or more harmful. No, those are lies, and that's it.
That's
as
it.
long as
That's
a
right.
lie,
And they are not good.
there is no categories of lie.
Okay.
Lie is a lie, no matter if it's because when you said black, white, and black, you mean that there are some
good lies.
Between in quotations, you're trying to say that there are good lies.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's right. Yes, that is what I wanted to think. Yes, lie is a lie. So it's when you say, for example, that's too excellent. That is a redundancy. Yes, so excellent is excellent. You cannot say that is very excellent because that is a pleonasm. Yes, so a lie is a lie. But have you noticed that some people want us to lie to them? Sorry, have you noticed that some people ask us to lie? They don't like the truth. Have you heard a song in Spanish that says, miénteme, porque solo así me harás saber que aún nos podemos entender? So I'm not a good singer, sorry, but I think about that song. Someone is asking another person to lie to him or to her. Why? Because we don't tolerate the truth sometimes. Yes, it's hard. I have to leave. Oh, how are things to do? Thank you for the space. I think these activities are amazing. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Sorry. Okay.
Teacher,
yes.
One more thing. I agree with Conrad because you can lie and you can hear something about his religion, about his knowledge, about so many things. So lie is a lie. No matter what is the point.
Okay. I consider that is a good point, a good idea. For that reason, I wanted to read these sayings and tell me what you think about it. Who wants to read aloud the first one? David, can you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher. Okay.
Yes.
Telling the truth feels like giving up control.
telling the truth feels like giving up control. So behind this, there is a reason why people lie, because people don't want to give up control. Yes, that is one of the reasons. So it's not justifiable, right? Others, can you, any other participant, can you read aloud? Lie is a tool.
Me.
Okay, go ahead, Daniela.
Lie is a tool. Lying lets you manipulate the way you want to be seen by others.
Okay, that is another reason. What do you think about it?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Tito.
The people who tell lie after lie or often worried about losing the respect of those around them.
Okay, let me repeat it. People who tell lie after lie are often worried about losing the respect of those around them. Thank you, Tito. What do you think about that, Tito?
Excuse me, teacher.
What do you think about this saying?
Mm,
Do you think that how do you think that people respect you if you say the truth or if you say a lie?
It depends if they find out you are saying lies or no.
It depends if they like, sorry, Annie? It depends on?
If they find out that you are saying a lie.
Okay, that's
no.
right. They find out.
Maybe
They find
you are
out,
very
yes.
lying. So,
okay, yeah.
I think go ahead, Daniel.
Go ahead, Danilo.
Okay, thank
Daniela.
you.
Yes.
I think it's because they are insecure about themselves.
No, they are unconfident.
Yes, so they are afraid. They like to take that control and feel that security.
That's right. That's right. And confidence. And
That's
so,
the common worry for politicians.
what do you say, Conrado? Sorry?
That sentence shows up the common worries for the politicians.
Okay.
Because they lie after lie, and they are often worried about losing the respect of those
That's
around
right.
them.
Okay. I think
Not
you're
only
right.
politicians, maybe if someone lies and then keeps lying to maintain that lie, it'll be difficult for that person to tell the truth because she or he has been lying for a lot of time, and then you'll have you won't be able to trust someone that has lied a lot. So telling the truth would just make things worse. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good thought.
This is the problem. Is the part the person, the habit in the person. This is the problem.
It becomes an habit.
Yeah, teacher.
That's right. And to keep certain self-image. Yeah, that is, and they lie because they want to keep certain self-image. But I understand Conrado about what he said of politicians, because they are public figures. Yes, as they are public figures, there are thousands of eyes on them, and then they feel more tended to lie because of
The
that.
last U.S. president is a good example.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. The other, who wants to read the following? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. We tell a little bit lie, but then to cover that lie, we have to tell another one, then other and other. Each gets bigger and bigger. I was thinking that, so I have a friend and she says, and I think that it's a problem because I said, hey, that you're grown. And she says, no. And I think that is a big problem.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Of course, it's as it says between parentheses, lies a snowball. And someone mentioned before that if you ask someone, so someone is building a lie, yes, fabricating a lie. and then you keep in mind certain thing that person said. Later you ask him or her about it, and that person won't remember. So he has to remember in order to continue lying, because suddenly he is going to be betrayed by himself or herself. You know the meaning of betrayed?
Yes.
Betrayed. That's
Traición.
right. That's right. Betrayed. So that happens when we say a lie after lie. So we are fabricating a big tale. So you have to be very imaginative, but have a very good memory, right? Okay. Any comments?
Usually you say, I didn't say that.
You didn't say what?
Usually that kind of people,
Yeah.
when you confront them with the truth, they said, I didn't say that.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't say that. Yes, you're right. Okay, Friedrich Nietzsche says the lie is a condition of life. The lie is a condition of life. Do you agree with that?
That would be a horrible way to live.
Again, Edison, sorry.
That would be a horrible way to live.
Yeah, but is it a reality or not? I agree, Catalina.
Yes, teacher, in some point he has right, because
he's right.
Yes, because we are humans and we are not perfect.
That's right. We are not perfect.
Yes,
That's right.
I'm according to.
Yeah,
I
agree with.
I think it's important the principle and education. For example, it is necessary to educate the children.
So you mean the principles of the
What
values.
What is the consequence the lie? It's necessary to educate the people, but the lie try do you not say, don't remember,
brings about
brings up about the consequence.
That's right.
I think, teacher, is they have three verdades a medias. Is correct?
Half truth.
Half true. Yeah.
Half truth.
It is necessary they have true, but protect, for example, my family.
Yeah.
No, it's lie. Is the half true. No, is the different the lie. I think.
Do you mean so we have not to say every single thing? We have not to say everything. So you can hide certain parts because you need to protect, of course. Sometimes we have to be also prudent, of course.
Yes, it's correct. No, it's necessary the share all the information that my family.
We cannot be exposed. We have not to be exposed.
Is correct.
That's right. But that is different. Yes. Some people are very talkative. They talk much more than necessary, and they are getting exposed to the others. And then that weakens their personality, of course. But another thing is to deliberately say a lie in order to get benefits and harm others. That is the bad thing, right?
Yes, teacher, I think.
David, yes, tell me.
Sorry, I think the more honest we can be, better.
Yeah, that's right. And Conrado, who was going to say something?
No, it's okay. It was me.
Okay, tell me.
About the Tito said, everybody no. Somebody said, somebody said, half true is lies complete.
That's right.
Somebody said.
Yeah.
It's a position.
Yeah. A half true is a complete lie. Is what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Now let's read this about lies implications. We were talking about consequences and so on, but what is behind lies? So, Carlos, can you read aloud?
Yes. It's discouraging to think how many people are shocked by honesty and how few by deceit. Few by deceit.
Do you understand that, that saying is discouraging to think how many people are shocked by honesty and how few by deceit. Do you understand the saying? And that is one of the reasons people lie, as I told you before, because, Mia, Catalina, you will read the following. That is one of the reasons why people lie, because other people want the others to lie to them. I don't know if you understand my point. So some people ask me, lie to me, please, lie to me. Why? Because they don't tolerate, they don't face the truth, they don't love the truth, and they prefer other people lie to them. Yes, that is my point. So,
teacher,
yes,
this is very common in relationship lovely.
That's right, Alejandro.
Because,
yes, tell me, John Jairo, sorry.
no, that it is very common in relationship lovely because some men prefer hear lies than true.
Someone's okay, that's right. Yes, is related to this saying. Someone in the chat says, Alejandra, what do you say? So, but this is the point. It's discouraging to think how many people are shocked by honesty. So they don't tolerate honesty, but they tolerate deceit. You know the meaning of deceit? Like engaño. That's right. Catalina, can you read the following? I'm not.
Okay, I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. Friedrich Nietzsche.
That's right. I love this saying. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on, I can't believe you. That is the worst. That is the worst. Yes. So it's not a matter that you have lied to me. It's okay. Everybody lies. It's okay. But what is the consequence? From now on, I can't believe you.
I can believe you.
Yes. From now on, I can't believe you. So that is very serious, related to couples, to love relationships. Yes. So if you lose the confidence, if you cannot trust anymore you cannot trust anymore your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, everything is lost, right? Confidence, trustworthiness is important in a love relationship. So the consequence of lying is not just the lie, it's this. From now on, I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you anymore. That's the consequence.
I remember
Yes.
the tale, the lion sheep, little sheepers. Do you understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you retell that story? Can you retell that little story?
It's about the little sheeper in the ground with sheep.
Yeah.
And asking for help, but it was a lie.
Yeah.
He was trying sheeper tried to understand that someone stole the sheep, but it was a lie.
Yeah.
And the people go there. What's going on to the
in order to help him? Yeah, in order to help him.
To help him, but it was not true. And the next time that the sheepers need help, the true help, the others, the people
didn't believe him.
Don't still believe him.
That's right.
All right.
They didn't believe him, so they didn't help him. And so that was the consequence, because from now on, they couldn't believe him. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Catalina, for reminding that story. Shepherd, is someone who cares, who takes care of sheep. Yeah. Got it or not? Chips.
You can say in Spanish, teacher, please. I don't know the
Ovejero.
word.
Ovejero.
El pastorcito
okay.
mentiroso.
Yeah.
Okay, great,
The
thank you.
liar. Chip. Okay, good. David, can you read the following? Convictions.
Okay, teacher. Convictions are more dangerous false of truth than lies.
That is more philosophical. Repeat it again, please. Repeat it. Sorry.
Convictions are more dangerous force of truth than lies.
Yeah, it's a little more philosophical. This was my note, dogmatism and doubt. So because convictions are more dangerous foes, like enemies, foes, enemies, synonym of enemies. So convictions are more dangerous enemies of truth than lies. What can you say about it? Why? Why Friedrich Nietzsche said that? Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies.
Because when a person believes in something, they close her eyes and he can see anymore.
You're right, Carlos. Good point. Yes. So once you believe completely in something, you close your eyes, as Carlos said, and then you don't pursue anything else. You don't continue searching for something else. Yes. So that is contrary to knowledge. Yes, for that reason, I wrote dogmatism and doubt. So doubt is important for constructing knowledge, for finding out new things in our world, for advancing in our epistemological and ontological. Yes?
Yes, teacher, is something like an egocentric person, I am right, and that's it. Is something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
For that reason, it's dangerous. Yes, it's dangerous as a Friedrich Nietzsche. As he was from German, we have to pronounce till the end. Friedrich Nietzsche. Yes. Okay.
Fanatics.
Yes.
Fanatics are more dangerous than liars.
That's right. And
Teacher,
tell me.
I think it kills more people than anything in our history, because for example in religion, with the Inquisition, is right? Okay, they kill a lot of people only because an idea, or in the Second World, and maybe every word. So it's too dangerous.
That's right. Yeah. Because of convictions. Convictions are really dangerous. Now, Daniela, can you read the following? The visionary. Visionary.
Yes, teacher. Conviction?
Not this one, the visionary.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others.
That is also by Friedrich Nietzsche. What can you say about that one? The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Why can a visionary lie to himself?
Because it's a positive lie. I mean, you can tell a lie to yourself to improve yourself. For example, I'm gonna be a great artist, or I'm gonna be the president. I don't know. Anything. And you try to do it and try to do that.
Yeah.
So so it's a visionary lie.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what
The liar, so is because probably for Friedrich Nietzsche, liar is more a vulgar word, is more a rude word, is ordinary. Yes. For him, visionary is a higher status, while a liar is a lower status. Yes. And so to be dishonest is to belong to a liar, is a lower status, is something like that. Yes. Okay. Alejandra is going to read the following. You're welcome, Carlos. Alejandra, can you read the last one?
Yes. Belief in truth begins with doubting all that has hitherto been believed to be true.
Oh, well read. Congratulations. Can you read it again, please?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did it beautifully. Do it.
Belief in truth begins with doubting all that has hitherto been believed to be true.
Okay. What do you think about this saying?
That that you have, like, for me, this is what science, like, tell us to do. Well, I study science, and we have to doubt about everything in order to learn something new. So that's what I like so much, this last one quote.
Okay, good. So it's like following the path of knowledge, the knowledge path, yes?
Yes, sort of.
Keeping track on the knowledge path. You have to doubt, you have to ask all the time, to question and continue learning. So just to finish, let's read the... Okay. I think that Alejandra likes reading Nietzsche. Do you, Alejandra?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay. This one is by a question, because there is another issue that is related to the mask. Do we wear a mask? Are we barefaced? Is it wearing a mask a falsehood? Are the masks I wear my others? In other words, different versions of myself? That is another of... For that reason, probably Friedrich Nietzsche said that the visionary lies to himself, because we know that we are different beings inside, and that we wear a different masks. That not necessarily means falsehood, because we are different depending on who is in front of us. So we are a different version to each person in front of us. We are a different person in different circumstances. We keep an inner self being. The essence that we are remains forever if we grow it, if we cultivate it. But we are different beings. Have you read in Spanish El Lobo Estepario by Hermann Hesse?
What?
El Lobo Estepario de, I don't know how to say Estepario, by Hermann Hesse. He relates to that. All the diversity of beings we have inside, and each one has a different mask. But anyways, my question is, if you wear a mask, do you think that you are a fake?
No.
Not necessarily. Why not?
Because I can be the same person with my teachers and with my friends.
That's right. You're right.
You have to be polite, and with your friends, you can be expressive and...
Yeah, you're right. And there are certain people who promotes in us a different being. So I mean, sometimes we are beautiful because of the other. Other times we are kind of shy, or I don't know, timid, because the other doesn't promote in us another being, something like that. Yes, so we develop differently depending on who we are talking to or who we are sharing with. Yeah. So I think that's it. If you want to read aloud this, just to keep it as a reflection. And after that, we can say bye-bye. Bye, Fernando Pessoa. Who wants to read it?
Hi.
Okay, Marta. Hey, great. Marta, welcome. Read it, please, aloud.
Okay. I've always been an ironic dreamer, unfaithful to my inner promises. Like a complete outsider, a casual observer of whom I thought I was. I've always enjoyed watching my daydreams go down in the pit. I was never convinced of what I believed in. I filled my hands with sand, cold as gold, and opened them up to let slide through. Words were my only truth. When the right words were said, all was done. The rest was the sand that had always been.
Okay.
Fernando Pessoa.
Do you like it?
Yes, it was beautiful and curious.
That's right. And it's that visionary liar that Friedrich Nietzsche mentioned. This is a visionary liar. He is lying to himself. Yes, because it's a matter of fantasy, imagination, and vision. A vision beyond, not what is outside, but what is inside. Yes. And to pursue the truth is not that easy thing. Yes. It's a long path. It's all our life. And the last one is this one. Who wants to read it aloud?
I will like it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
It's from truth.
Okay. Truth is a mobile army of metaphors, metonyms,
Metonyms.
morphemisms. It's so difficult. I know
Anthropomorphisms.
Yes, anthropomorphisms. In short, a son of human relations, which had been subjected to poetic and rhetorical intensification, translation and decoration. I'm sorry. Truths are illusions of which we have forgotten that they are illusions, metaphors which have become worn by frequent use and have lost all sensuous vigor. Yet we still do know where the drive to truth comes from, for so far we have only heard about the obligation to be truthful, which society imposes in order to exist. On truth and lying, yeah.
Okay, so it's a little philosophical, but of course by Friedrich Nietzsche, but the matter is this. Yet we still do not know where the drive to truth comes from. So far, we have only heard about the obligation to be truthful which society imposes in order to exist. So he sees the truth as an imposition by the society. It's something just to reflect about it. Yeah, me too. Yes, I love it. I love him. Sorry. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for the participation. I don't know if you like the topic. Any comments?
Yes, teacher, that was very interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
I have a great time.
Oh, thank you. Grateful. Thank you, Edison.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some of you didn't mention anything, but I want you have enjoyed it, and probably a little difficult, I don't know, but it's a challenge. Even though you cannot understand everything, you are learning something, and that's good. Yes. Okay, I have also learned from you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank
Don't
you.
forget to.
Bye, teacher. Bye, guys.
Don't forget to fill the questionnaire. Bye-bye, guys. See you next time.
Okay.
Interesting the topics, teacher.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, Anna. Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Yes, tell me, Marta.
Where is the questionnaire?
There was a link to fill. There was a link. Let me see if
Can you send it again, please?
Yeah, I'm going to look for it. It's in the chat.
Teacher, they already resent it.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. So you got it. Do you? Marta, do you see it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And so, thank you, teacher, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Enjoy your time, and thank you for attending.
Thank you for the space, teacher. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for your attendance. Bye-bye. Have a great time.
Teacher. It was really nice.
Thank you. Enjoy your lives. Okay. If they are imaginative, for fantasy, for...
Yeah, I will.
Okay, yes. we have to be creative as well, and lights are important for being creative.
Yes, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Sure. So can we meet every week at the same
time? I would like that Javier, who is the coordinator of this program, he has other events held by other teachers. Then it would be great if you, I don't know, don't you receive the mails about this program, the different
Yes,
events? Yeah.
I do, but always change the topic and the level, and also the time. So
Yeah.
sometimes I have class, and other times I don't like because it's like elementary.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of difficult because, of course, the public is very diverse and different levels. But be attentive about the program. I will be again. How do you say that?
Next.
Programmed for that. Yes.
The next class will be next Tuesday at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Tuesday. Can you, Marta, attend? Tuesday at 4 o'clock?
Yes, I listen.
Anyways, you can suggest to the coordinator of this program something like that, as you want to have a regular meeting for having some conversations, some chat on different topics.
Sure.
I think that it would be valuable.
I want to ask something.
Tell me.
There is some WhatsApp group about
Again,
the
sorry?
class.
What?
There is a some WhatsApp group.
A book?
WhatsApp group.
Okay. A WhatsApp group. Okay, I didn't hear well. No idea. But let me ask. I can get your emails because you were registered to this event, and I can share with you the presentation and answer that question, as well as Marta's question. Because I can get your emails. As you were registered, I think that Javier, the coordinator, has the emails.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, bye-bye.
Teacher, one
Yes,
question.
tell me, Alejandra.
These activities are not for certain level, are they?
No, it's difficult because we don't.
They're just, yeah.
Yeah, so we invite students in general, and there are different levels, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's nice.
But it is a good suggestion. Probably before we publish the event, we can say for which levels the event would be feasible.
And not only in English, because, yeah.
Yeah, there is. And what do you think about the level of this session today?
No, but I was saying this because, for example, I'm learning Italian, and I go to that activities and I get nothing because I'm just at the second level. So that's why, and I know some people just quit these activities because they don't get a lot English. So it'll be nice to, separate groups so people don't quit.
That's a good suggestion. Probably today, I noticed in the beginning there were about 30 something, and then it reduces to 20 something. Probably that was the reason, or probably the topic was not amazing for them.
No, it happens. It's not only today. It tends to happen that.
Okay, thank you for your comments.
I want to suggest something.
Tell me.
It would be interesting to have some spaces like activities where we can learn to speak fluently. It's about help to the people like me that
Yeah.
don't speak fluently.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion, as well as this question that Marta asks. I will ask the coordinator to send them the recording, yes?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And I can also share this presentation, yes?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for your attendance.
Thank you, Elsa. I have a little question.
Tell me,
but it's a personal question.
Okay.
I studied at La Normal.
Yeah.
A long time ago. What about Pacho?
Pacho.
Francisco.
Francisco.
He lived next, él vivía cerca a la Normal.
Pacho, the teacher, English teacher. He
English
was
teacher.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. He traveled abroad. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very
I
much.
think that I recognize your face. Yeah. Isabel, yes. He traveled abroad. I think that he got married, but he had I don't remember if a daughter or a son.
Yeah, his family lived there.
Yes, it's because I saw some pictures of him in Facebook, but yeah, you know, I am now so old. I have lived many things, so that is a nice past to remember.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Te puse
Isabel,
muy feliz cuando vi que eras tú.
Thank you, Isabel. I remember you. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day. Okay, Marta. Bye bye. Hendrik. Hello. You're still here. You have something to tell me? Do you? No?
Have just arrived. Excuse me.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.